students. This is Dr. Zulfى الدين again. And now, inshallah, we'll do some exercises to discuss and fix the literary devices or the use and the meaning of literary devices. And at last, you have to do in your discussion the advantages of literary devices. Okay, now the second slide here. Find the similes, highlights or underline them. Look here at the first one. The snobby, conceited girl treated everyone badly and was as cold as ice. You know, the snobby, conceited girl, it means the proud girl. She's not well-mannered, okay? She cheats others. Okay, this is what we mean by the snobby and conceited. Okay. What's the figurative language here? Look here. Can you think for 1 minute? Okay. She was, and she treated everyone badly and was as cold as ice. The girl was as cold as ice. This is the simile. And you see the tool used as. The tool used to set the comparison is as. And what does it mean? What is advantages to the meaning when you say she's as cold as ice? Does it give something? Can you elicit something? Can you think of something related to that girl? Okay. I can say that she was as cold. Her feelings are cold. She doesn't show warm feelings to others, which is something not good, something bad. I needed my sunglasses inside since the lights were as bright as day. Electric lights were as bright as day, which means the lights were very strong. Okay, that she needs she needs sunglasses. Okay, so it's a matter of exaggeration also. It is a simile and exaggeration of the strength of light. So I can imagine how strong the light was. This is what I, as a reader, imagine the situation. The light was as strong. The light at night inside the building was as strong as day. Day is the strongest light. When the sun shines during the day, it is the strongest light. The new baby looked as cute as a cupcake. How nice cupcake. It's beautiful and sweet in his brand new giraffe sweater. Okay, you see, it means the baby was so beautiful and so sweet by his new clothes. Okay, so I can imagine how beautiful that baby was. The frog was not moving because it was as dead as a doornail. You see, as dead, the frog was as dead as a doornail. You know the doornail, the nail in a door or in a wall, or it's very, it is stable and it is very cold and it stays forever. It stays for good. So it is not moving. Okay, it is cold and it's not changing. It's not moving. It stays for a very, very long time, like a door in a nail. I can imagine that it takes a very long time and it does not move. The weather is not changing. This is the message the author wants to communicate. Another simile here, when everyone is sleeping, the house is as quiet as a mouse. You know, when a mouse stays in a place, it does not make any noise. Okay? So you cannot feel that there is a mouse here if you don't see it. So, as quiet as a mouse, it is a famous speech. It is very quiet and very calm. Imagine the situation. When she graduated from high school, her mom was as proud as a peacock. You know, the peacock is a bird which has a very big tail. It spreads it. It is a colored tail. Okay, you can get the picture from Google Images if you don't know it. And it is known that the peacock is very proud. It's very proud. It moves proudly. So her mother was proud of her as a peacock. She was very, very, very proud. Okay. When the school bell rings at the end of the day, I feel as free as a bird. You know, a bird which is flying in the air. So he felt as free as a bird. So it means as if he was imprisoned. See, imagine the situation as if he was imprisoned, and now when he leaves the school, he feels free. Imagine that he was feeling as an imprisoned person, and now he's feeling free as a bird. I imagine the bad feelings in the school, and I imagine the happy feeling and the freedom he feels outside the school. So this is, he communicates feeling. This speech or this simile communicates types of feeling. She accidentally dropped the meatball, and it was as flat as a pancake. You see, it was as flat as a pancake. It was spread. It spread everywhere. Okay, and it was damaged. It was damaged. It was in great damage. Okay. She ate the huge pizza all by herself and felt as fat as a pig. As fat as a pig. What an awful, a bad simile. To feel as fat as a pig, as that, oh, an ugly animal. Okay, so it is a bad feeling. I can imagine her feeling here. This simile communicates feeling, and she feels and communicates also the image of someone as fat as a pig. She felt as fat as a pig, and also you can imagine that she was so very fat. Okay. Hyperbole example. Highlight or underline the hyperbole examples in each of these sentences. What do you mean by hyperbole? To exaggerate. My backpack weighted a ton with all my books in it. No bag weighs a ton, but it means it was very, very heavy. It exaggerates the meaning or the heaviness of the bag. Imagine and The homework list was miles long. No homework is miles long. It is a type of metaphor too. The homework was miles. Homework is not measured by miles. Okay, but however, it wants to say it was not to finish. It was very long, very. So it's a matter of exaggeration. The alarm clock could be heard around the world. It was so loud. No alarm clock is heard around the world. You can hear the alarm clock inside a room, inside the house, inside the university. So, but you cannot hear around the world. So it's a matter of exaggeration. But you can imagine how high, how loud was the voice. Okay. Slide 6. Also, hyperbole example. I could eat every hamburger on this planet, on the earth. I was so hungry. Nobody can do that. It's a matter of exaggeration. But I can imagine his hunger. He was so hungry. She thought she was the best tennis player on the planet, on the earth. Also, it's a matter of exaggeration. You don't know whether she was the best. It is possible to be the best, but here it's a matter of, he wants to tell, the author wants to say that she was not the best, but she was very proud of herself. Okay. The class was never ending. It is a matter of feeling here. It's a matter of feeling. The class was never ending. It is a feeling that it was a boring, and it was a, it's not, the writer expresses his feeling that it was boring. Yeah. So you have, when you interpret literal devices, you have to add your own opinion, you have to add your own feelings. How do you imagine them, the situation? How do you feel the situation? How do you understand the situation? Because we said that literal devices are used to let the reader understand something behind the literal word, okay? So you have to see or to understand the situation in the eye of your mind, okay, not in your real concrete eyes. Another example here of hyperbole. Her brain was the size of a pea. Do you know what is a pea? A pea is a small bee, the green bean. The green peas, you know, the beans we eat them, the beans we eat them for dinner. It is very brown, brown seeds. We eat them at breakfast generally in Gaza. And pea is the green ones which we cook. Okay, so her brain was the size of a pea. Okay, it means that she's stupid, and she does not think well, and she does not understand, you see? So nobody has a brain in the size of a pea, which is smaller than your nail. So it's a matter of exaggeration too. I will die if I have to read one more page. I am so tired. Nobody dies of reading a page, but here it's a matter of exaggeration. You can imagine how tired the speaker is. Very tired. Sometimes you feel that you say, I want to die, doing so many things. Okay, means I'm very tired. I have told him 1,000,000 times to get his chores done, to get his housework done. 1,000,000 times. You never tell somebody to do something 1,000,000 times, but it's a matter of exaggeration. Many times, many times. The family had to wait for centuries to get seated at the restaurant. Now, nobody lives for centuries. Okay? And maximum, the oldest people live 100 years or 100 years and some years. So it might be only 1 century, but this is very rare also. So, but here for centuries, it's a matter of exaggeration. So imagine how long time they have to wait. It means that I imagine how crowded the restaurant was. So imagine the restaurant was so crowded. People have to wait for a long time. People have to get hungry. I have several examples. I'll never reach the end of the race. And it is something boring and tiring and causing a lot of trouble and problems. Her memory is cloudy since she can never remember anything. Cloudy, you see, you cannot see the sun, you cannot see well, maybe the weather is not good, so her memory is as cloudy as a cloudy sky, because she never remember anything. It's a matter of exaggeration. Her life was a rainbow of experiences. Rainbow, you see, rainbow means many colors. You see how many colors are there in rainbow, which appears in the sky in rainy days. So it means her rainbow, her experience was of various fields. Okay, but you imagine how big their experience is, or how big their experiences are, how many their experiences are. She's an experienced, a wide experienced woman. Her birthday was a storm of happiness. It is a matter of metaphor. Her birthday was a storm. A birthday is not, it can never be a storm, but her birthday was a storm. It's also a matter of metaphors. By the way, here the rainbow, the life was a rainbow and the birthday was a storm. All of these are metaphors, but here the purpose is to exaggerate the situation. It means everything was happy, everyone was happy, every movement was happy, and so on. Her smile was sunshine when her baby was born. See, also, her smile was very shining, and she was very happy, a very big smile which fills the place like sunshine, and it gives a brightness for everybody like sunshine. So you have to explain what you imagine. When you read a literary text, you have to imagine the situation. You can enjoy it more. You can understand it more. You feel the feelings of the author or what the author wants to communicate. You understand everything more effectively. The history test was a train wreck. Train wreck is a train accident which damaged everything. So the history test was so awful. As you see here, you can imagine a train wreck which kills people and destroys a lot of things around. So the history thing was like that. It's also a matter of metaphor, and also it is exaggeration. Dinner was an ocean of flavor. Flavor means nice smell and nice taste, and light and nice sight also. So it was an ocean. How big, how much was it was delicious. How much it was tasty, or how tasty it was, how delicious it was. Okay. Now, here highlight the personification and the metaphor. The girl's heart skipped down the street. Skipping, someone, some people, girls skip the rope. They jump under the rope, okay, or by the rope, under and over the rope, okay. So her heart skipped. So you color the heart movement with a person's movement. So it is a type of personification, and it is a type of metaphor too, because heart cannot skip. Okay. The snow wrapped the tree in white, in white fluffy blankets. Now, a mother wraps her baby to protect it with a blanket, with a cover, to protect it from cold, for example, or from storm, or from whatever. Okay, so the snow wrapped the trees in white. So if the whole tree was covered in the snow, it looks white. It's no longer green. It is as if you are putting a blanket on it. I can imagine the situation and how beautiful the situation is. I can imagine the situation once I was in Ramallah. The first time I was in Ramallah in winter, actually in Gaza we don't see such type of snow. So that time when I saw snow on the olive trees, you cannot imagine my feeling. So I was very happy. I was very pleased. So I stayed hours watching the white trees, like brides and bridegrooms, like brides who's wearing its white clothes. This is another simile. Okay, so you can imagine the situation that trees was absolutely covered with white snow. Cookies screamed, shouted aloud. Cookies, cakes in the oven. You put your cakes in the oven. Cookies scream, I am done from the oven. Cookies which are in the oven screamed, I am done. It means maybe it sent a strong smell of something burning, maybe, yeah, okay, so you have to, you actually, you smell the cookies in the oven if they are done or if they are burned. So the cookies scream. Actually, cookies cannot scream. It is a personification and a metaphor. So you have, if you have a question like that in the exam, you have to explain it as a personification because you add the characteristics of a person to the cookies, and you set the similes between the cookies and a person who can scream. Screaming is not a characteristic of non-living thing, which are the cookies. So the city streets whispered quietly during the night. Streets cannot whisper, only people can whisper, only a person can whisper. But you can imagine the situation. Now streets are personified, okay, like people, and you can imagine how quiet were the streets, whispered, river ran through the mountain top. Here it is a metaphor and a personification too, because man can run, people can run, animals can run, living things can run, but a river cannot run. So it's a personification and it is a metaphor. The good news traveled fast through the town. Now, only people travel. So this is the characteristics of a human being or of a living thing, okay, which are added to the news, made it like people. So it is a metaphor and personification, which means the news spread very, very fast. Everybody knows about the news, about the good news. Now, the opportunity knocked at his door. As you see here, knock, only human being can knock. So not the opportunity. Opportunity is non-living thing. It's an abstract idea. Okay, so it took the characteristics of a human being. It means everything was ready to be done. The opportunity come to him. Now he has to make his effort to take this opportunity. Okay, opportunity has come to him. Okay, the trees appeared angry when it lost its leaves. Trees cannot be angry. Only human beings or animals or birds can be angry. Living things, living things can be angry, but not trees, not non-living things, which are trees, can be angry. So it is personification and metaphor. So you have to explain when you find, I want you to write in your discussion section, what are literary devices or figurative language? What is the value of figurative language or literary devices, literary works, and advantages of these literary devices, and you give examples of the types you have here. Okay, thank you very much. This is the end about literary devices. Okay.